Think you want to apply to the Stanford or Harvard MBA program. Every single year, people set out with this goal. Some people achieve it and they get there. Some people don't. My name is Thomas Guy Scott. I'm a CEO of Tide Changer Consulting, and I'm an MBA admissions consultant who has worked with successful admits to both Stanford and Harvard MBAs. In this video, I'm going to share with you some important things to consider if you want to apply for these schools. First things first, let's talk about qualifications. So the standard qualifications you're going to need is a degree and a good high GMAT score. But one thing you must consider is that even if you have a 730, 740, which is considered a very good score, pretty much everyone else who is applying will have high scores as well. So you are going to be going up against the very best of people around the world, and you'll probably find that 60 to 70% of the people who are applying are more than heavily qualified and suitable to actually study at these programs, but in reality, only about 4 or 5% of them are going to get accepted. So don't fall into the trap of thinking that a GMAT or a GRE score being high will be enough for you to get into these programs. So the second thing to consider is the essays. There is absolutely no doubt that for Stanford and Harvard, the essays play a really crucial part in being successful in your application. It's now the case that each school has very specific guidelines. Harvard used to be very open and have an unlimited number of words, but they've now capped that. Stanford still has its 2 traditional questions that have to be answered in just over 1,000 words between the two of them. So when you come to doing your essays, research is crucial. And if you send a half-baked essay that doesn't really hit the brief, I can guarantee you now you're going to get dinged. So some of the key things that we noticed about successful applicants. Successful applicants realize that the essay is not all about talking about your experience. The essay is an opportunity to bring something that's not on the CV. And so both Stanford and Harvard as schools, they know they're good. So they don't need you to write in an essay that they're a great school. What they want to see is, who are you? What are your values? What do you represent? What are the kind of things you're achieving in your life? And when I talk about achieving in your life, I'm not just saying listing your work experience or listing your qualifications that you've obtained. I'm talking about the impact you're having on people around you. So great essays will really focus on showing how you are someone who gets things done. And one of the best ways to do that is effective storytelling. So a great tip I can give you for your essays is to bullet point things that you're motivated by, things that you like, things that you enjoy, things that you've achieved, and then find a way to weave them into a compelling story that is easy for someone else to understand. And one of the best pieces of advice I give anyone is imagine the people reading your essay have to read 100 other essays. You've got to give them a reason to keep reading your essay and not to put it down and chuck it in the bin or on the pile with all of the other rejected ones. Third thing, networking. If you want to go to Stanford and Harvard, visiting the schools is a really good idea. It's a great opportunity for you to get to know admissions teams, and it means that when you apply, you're not simply a name on a piece of paper. The admissions team should already know a little bit about you and what you represent. So if you have the opportunity to visit, I really recommend it. And when you're there, try to visit a class, get to know other students, explore the campus. All of these things are important. But your networking doesn't go as far as just that. What you want to make sure you're doing is connecting with people you know at these schools. Finding anything you can that's not on the internet that could potentially go into your application is something you can do to differentiate yourself. So I always recommend reaching out to people as early as you possibly can. Fourth point that's absolutely crucial for Stanford and Harvard is reference letters. At the end of the day, you can write beautiful essays, but you need to successfully choose people who can truly sell you. And so when you're thinking about your referees, think about people who can write something really compelling about you. Because anybody can write a reference saying that you're a great leader, that you're a great manager of others, and that you achieve things. But how many of them can do it in a way that proves it? How many of them can actually share the evidence and sell it in a way that would make an admissions committee look and think, wow, this is really someone who makes a difference. And so again, if I look back at our successful candidates, they've really carefully chosen the people they've asked to refer them, and they've made sure that the referees have the correct expectations of what should go into a reference letter. So these are really, really important things to consider. Okay? So with these 4 points, you're well set to start your applications. If you want to know more about a successful application to Stanford, Harvard, or to any other top-tier MBA, then check out our website. Feel free to reach out to me personally. I'm happy to answer any questions here on YouTube. And Tide Changer Consulting is there to support you through your MBA journey. So please look out for more videos. I'm going to be uploading a variety of tips throughout the round 1 cycle this year that will help you improve your chances of admission to top MBA programs in the world.